How do you know it's winter? By Ruth Owen. Signs of the seasons. How do you know it's winter? By Ruth Owen. Consultants: Susie Gasley, M.A., recipient Presidential Award for Excellence in Science Teaching. Kimberly Brenneman, Ph.D., National Institute for Early Education Research, Rutgers University, New Brunswick, New Jersey. Winter is here. Every year is made up of 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. As fall comes to an end, winter arrives. The air outside may feel cold. Animals may have to dig under the snow for food. People may avoid the chilly weather by staying indoors and drinking hot chocolate. Each year, winter starts on either December 21st or December 22nd. The first day of winter is marked on calendars. First day of winter. What is the weather like in winter where you live? The shortest day. As winter nears, each day brings more hours of darkness than light. It may even be dark when kids get out of school in the afternoon. The first day of winter is the shortest day of the year. This means there are fewer hours of daylight than on any other day. In winter, on the same day each week, draw a clock that shows what time it got dark. How much later does the sun set each week? Playing outside in the dark after school. Once winter arrives and the shortest day has passed, the number of hours of daylight each day starts to increase again. Snowflakes and Gloves. Longer hours of darkness and shorter hours of daylight are not the only clues that it's winter. The weather is colder in winter than at other times of the year. In many places, it snows. When it's too cold to go outside without a coat, a hat, and gloves, winter is here. A snowy day. Warm winter clothes. Place a thermometer outside. Check the temperature at the same time every morning for a week. Write it down. Does the temperature change or stay the same? Sometimes winter weather brings huge blizzards. A blizzard is a very big snowstorm with lots of wind. A blizzard. A winter rest for plants. When you can't see flowers or green leaves outside, it's a clue that winter is here. In winter, it is too cold for most plants to grow. Their leaves and flowers die, but their roots stay alive underground. When the weather warms up in spring, the plants will grow again. In winter, go outside and look at the trees around you. How are they different from the way they looked in summer or fall? Potted plants in winter. Below the ground, flower bulbs wait for spring. When the weather warms up, they will send shoots above the ground. Soon flowers will bloom. Shoots, bulb, roots. Bare branches. By winter, many trees have lost all their leaves and their branches are bare. The trees look as if they have died. They are still alive, though. The trees are just resting until they can begin growing again in spring. Raccoons often make their homes inside trees. A hole inside a tree is a good place to stay warm in winter. A tree in fall. A tree in winter. Raccoon. Bare branches. Some trees have bare branches in winter. What do you notice about other trees? Staying green. Some trees stay green all winter. They are called evergreen trees. These trees have tiny green needles on their branches. Unlike trees that lose all their leaves in fall, an evergreen tree doesn't drop all its needles at the same time. It drops some needles and grows new ones all year round. That's why it's always green. Evergreen tree. Needles. Evergreen forest. See you in spring. When the weather cools down in fall, some animals go to sleep for the whole winter. A groundhog spends winter asleep in its cozy underground home. A grizzly bear digs itself a place to sleep called a den. These animals do not wake up until spring. Groundhog. A sleeping grizzly bear. Bullfrog. Bullfrogs spend the winter resting. They bury themselves in mud to stay warm. Hungry birds. In winter, there is not much food around for birds. It's not easy to find the seeds or insects that they eat during the rest of the year. Many people help birds by hanging up bird feeders outside their homes. The birds visit the feeders to fill up on seeds and nuts. Sometimes hungry squirrels visit bird feeders to eat the nuts and seeds. Bird feeder. Squirrel. In winter, watch a bird feeder for 10 minutes and count the number of birds that visit. Bird feeder. Winter in a garden. In winter, snow sometimes covers the ground. People have to shovel the snow off their driveways. Kids play in the snow and make snowmen. Icicles often hang from the branches of trees. Gardens are hidden under a blanket of snow. Winter is the season when plants rest until spring arrives. See if you can spot animal footprints in the snow or mud. What kinds of animals do you think made them? Can you figure out where the animals were going or where they came from? Raccoon footprint. Icicle. Winter lasts until March 20th or 21st. Then spring arrives. Science lab. When you are in your backyard, on the playground at school, or in the park, go on a winter treasure hunt. See how many of the things on the winter treasure hunt list you can see, smell, hear, touch, or collect. If it's not winter where you live, then draw a picture of winter. Include as many things from the list as you can. Then when winter comes to where you live, go outside and try to find the things you put in your drawing. Winter treasure hunt. Things to see. A tree with bare branches. A tree with needles. A bird's footprints in snow. A bird eating at a bird feeder. Some berries. Something frozen in ice. A snowman. Things to smell. A cold morning. An evergreen tree. Things to hear. The wind howling. Snow falling from a tree branch. Things to touch. The bark of an evergreen tree. Soft new snow. Things to collect. A pine cone. An icicle. A twig from an evergreen tree. Science words. Bulbs. The rounded underground parts of some plants. Food for the plant is stored in the bulb. Den. A home where wild animals can rest, hide from enemies, and have babies. Icicles. Long, thin spikes of ice that form from dripping water on wintry days. Roots. Long, thin underground parts of plants that take food and water from the soil. Shoots. The parts of new plants that first appear above the ground.